Okay.
I have been at the Wellness Center this time around for 2 years. I took a 10-year stint in doing some other business, but my degree is in sport management and exercise science. What we're talking about today is to diversify your exercise. What do you do for exercise? What are some of the things that you personally do for your exercise program? Do you run? Do you walk, climb, lift weights, ride bicycles, swim, do aerobic classes? Zumba. That's a big thing right now, is Zumba. All of these things are good things for exercise. Every single last one of them. But one of the problems that we tend to see at our facility and at other facilities is people get discouraged because they do not see changes. Why do you not see changes in your program? Because your body gets used to doing the same thing over and over. Typically, you want to ask yourself, are you getting the most out of your program? Are you pushing yourself, or are you becoming complacent in your exercise? Whenever you go in to the gym, or whenever you are doing your activity at your house, do you go at the same speed on your walk? Do you ride the same mileage on your bicycle? Do you put the same song in your iPod to exercise to, so that you're always constantly going the same pace? I see all the time people will write down on their charts, they've exercised for 35 minutes, let's say, and they've gone the exact same distance every single time. So that tells me that they aren't increasing or decreasing their workload. Your body gets used to doing the same thing over and over and over. Still to remember with your exercise, you've got to define your goals. You've got to know what you want to do with your program. Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lean out? All of these things help you determine and design your exercise, what you want to do. Again, you've got to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to be able to figure out how to get there. We understand that this is a business wellness challenge, and that primarily everybody's goal is to decrease their percentage of body fat, correct? So, do you know how to get there? You may know where you want to go to, but do you know how to get there? Remember, your body remembers its activity. After a couple of weeks of doing the same thing over and over, you're not going to get sore anymore. You're not going to feel like you're doing anything in your program. So you've got to change up what you do every 2 to 3 weeks, is what my biggest statement is to people. If you don't change it up, you're not going to see benefits, or as many benefits as possible. You don't want your program to become stagnant. You don't want to do the same thing over and over. And I'm repeating a lot of this because this is what I see all the time. People come in to the program or to exercise, they've been coming for 2, 3, 4 years. They are doing the exact same thing now than what they did when they first started. They'll come up to us and they'll ask, I'm not seeing the changes anymore. Well, what have you done to change your program? Nothing. I'm still doing everything exactly the same. Well, that's when you need to sit down with, we need to sit down with y'all and say, okay, this is where we need to go with your training. What you give is what you get. That's pretty self-explanatory. Because if you come in and you just go through the motions, yes, I'm a member of the fitness facility. It could be the wellness center. It could be any of the other facilities in town. But if you go in and you sit there and you talk about daily activity and you don't exercise, yes, you may have been there an hour, but you've only exercised 10 minutes. You're not going to benefit from the exercise, correct? We use exercise as a time to socialize, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. But understand that you're going to get more out of your exercise if you do more. Okay. How do I diversify my program? These are some things that I've come up with that gives you a way to change up your program. And you want to do this every 2-3 weeks. First off, add a form of training you currently do not perform. Let us say that you are big in running or walking on the treadmill, but you do not do any type of weight training. Add in weight training into your program. The use of weights is going to help build muscle. Whenever you build muscle, you're going to have to utilize more energy, which is going to burn more calories. Make use of indoor and outdoor activities. Summertime, springtime. Is this spring or summer? It's summer. It feels like it to me. Utilize the outdoor activities. Spend time with your family outside. Go to the parks. We've got nice walking trails around Leesburg now. There's also the trail that's down in between the one in Inverness. I forget what the name of that trail is. But the Rails to Trails program that we've got. Play a team sport. Try basketball. Try volleyball. Try getting onto a adult dance team. They've got the little kids, they do all the dance programs. Well, they've got the adults to do those programs too. But what that's doing is it's causing your muscles to work in a different fashion. Practice interval training. This is probably one of the easiest and biggest things that you can do to change up your program. Interval training is very good. There's several different types of interval training. With what I prefer telling clients is to do a reverse interval because it's going to cause you to burn more calories. A reverse interval is where you elevate your program for a longer period of time and then rest for a shorter period of time, and then you come back up for a longer period of time at a higher intensity on your exercise. Cardio is going to burn the most calories. But there, you come back to You've got to define what you want out of your program. Perform an obstacle course. Who has seen all the different obstacle races that are going on now? Scavenger hunt or scavenger race, the Iron Mutter. These races, they're crazy. I don't know if you know anybody that's done them. But the good thing about those is you go at your own pace. They have a time clock, but you go through as a team. So these are good things, different ways to tax your body in different formats.
Sir, are those particular things like that Mutter one, are those the people that are basically already in shape?
No.
Really?
No. I have seen people that do those races.
And live through it.
And live through it. There are people that go through those races that go through just for the beer at the end of the race. But they go through as a team. So they use it as a team building format also. So that you don't leave behind one of your own. They're insane. But they've got anywhere from 3 to 4 milers to 10 to 12 milers. So you can pick and choose which ones you want. Combine as many activities as you like to form a new workout. Or get your workout into small segments throughout the day. You don't have to get everything all at once. It's a good idea to try to get 45 minutes, a minimum 45 minutes, as you get more fit. But if you can't, get them in short bursts, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Diversify your workout by listening to music, using songs as intervals for training, using every third song as an interval for intensity. But if you were to use the program, like I was saying, to do a reverse interval, you would go for 2 songs at a faster pace and then 1 song at a slower pace. I want to open up the floor for questions. I understand that there's probably, this is a time in the program where we start to see people plateau. The first week, people losing weight left and right. And then it dropped off. Last week, from what I recall, there was a gain in a lot of people's weights. And this week it has come back down. That's normal. That's the way the body's going to work. But you've got to change up your program now because your body's getting used to doing the same thing over and over. You're probably coming in and doing 30 minutes at 3.5 miles an hour with no incline. Utilize some of the programs that are on the treadmills. Utilize some of the programs that are on your pre-course. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to ask anything. I'll try to answer.
I missed it all. Can you go through it again? Just kidding.
Your memo's in the box.
Thank you. That's in the mail too.
Well, I know that I've been working out from the Zumba thing, the Zumba-thon, that, we're going to make an extra $1,000 out, Cardiolo's challenge to me. And I hired a private tutor, Giselle Zampolini, to help me. And as you can tell by looking at me, as I say in one of my speeches, I have a lap pool, and if you don't know what that is, it's 20 feet long, 8 feet wide. And you can tell by looking at me, I do not use it for that purpose. It fits perfectly for my floating on a beer. And that is what I use it for. So you can tell by looking at me, I'm not physically active. I have a lot of energy, but I don't use it to any good purpose. But we started out at 2.5 hours, 4 days a week. And with the first first day, then a day off, then first day, then a day off. So it was kind of sporadic, actually, for the first 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, there was no part of my body I could move. My cats were kicking me out of bed in order for me just to get out of bed. And she came to the house for I think it was my 7th or 8th thing, and I said, we're not working out today, because I can't move. And I was literally in tears. And she said, I forgot you're old. Okay. Why don't we tailor it down a little bit? And so we picked a song, and so I've been working on it, but I know, because I'm never ever sore anymore, because I'm only working on one song. So I'm only moving those particular parts of my body. So when you're saying, I never knew that before. When I was really young, I was an aerobic crazy person. I would work out 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, I was obsessed, so it was obnoxious. See, I used up all that time then. I think it ought to come back to me in a positive sometime now. Of course, I didn't know I was going to live this long, or I would have kept it up. But anyway, the idea was that now I know that I'm not doing as much as what I should be as far as becoming more physically fit or helping my body with losing weight, because I'm doing the same movements, the same motions, the same dance all the time. But I have to learn that dance in order to be able to teach it and do the thing I'm supposed to do for the $1,000 for the achievement. But I never knew how true what you just said, all the things you said today, until I did this. I would have just heard this, heard you talk, but not been able to understand it. I now clearly understand it, because my only reference was when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I was doing everything. Well, I obviously never was weightlifting, or any kind of weight stuff, but I was always the aerobic thing, and the running on the thing, and the sit-ups, and the push-ups, and anything that didn't require a machine. It's never big on machinery. Creepy to me. I mean, that's just for me. That's not for anybody else. But I was moving all parts of my body, so I was continually sore all the time. It was just, if I wasn't sore, man, I didn't look out. Something was right with me. But I know now, after those first 2 weeks with Giselle, that once I'm done and do this on March 31st, if I want to try to help myself and continue, I've got to go back to doing the whole Zumba dances where you're doing 10 or 12 different dances where you get all the different movements in. And the thing about Zumba that I didn't understand when I first started it was, I thought it's called Zumba dance. Let me tell you something, there's nothing dancing about this. Nothing. This is physical exercise. Let me tell you that. And I don't care if you're 12 or you're 200 years old like me. It is physical exercise. It sincerely is. I have to say it's fun because the music is weird and different. It's not my normal stuff that I listen to, but I really like it. And you don't have to use any machinery. Of course, now I want to use those sticks because I'm not really good coordinated with my hand things. The stuff I have to do. So I'm going to use the sticks and she's not going to let me, which I don't know why. I'm afraid she thinks I'm going to throw them at her. But my whole thing is that what he is telling you today, I cannot tell you how seriously straight he's being about this. If you do the same things over and over again, and you find out, hey, I'm not sore anymore, and you better add something to it or change it out. Because I don't mean sore like me where you can't get out of bed because I was crippled and a crazy person. I mean, you need to have some sort of discomfort or know that when you do this or you do this, that you've worked those muscles, that you've worked that. Because if you don't, I mean, you shouldn't have it, so you're crippled and you're crying, but you will. But the idea is you need to be working everything all the time because that's where you make the differences. I cannot stress it enough. You're so right.
One thing that I do want to overemphasize is with exercise, yes, we all want, with this program, we all want you to reach your goals. We want you to lose the extra weight that you want to lose. But primarily, the number one muscle that you are working is your heart. You've got to get your heart healthy. And then everything else will eventually come. I know several people who have had heart attacks that are young. You wouldn't have ever thought that some of them had issues. Now others, on the other hand, they were 20, 30, 40 pounds overweight. So you would expect it. Use the exercise to, number one, get your heart healthy. Number two, decrease or increase muscle mass, decrease weight, whatever your goals are. And then you want to continue to change up your program.
And everybody, all the people that are helping us on this, they're all offering personal trainers. Everybody at the hospital, at Infinity, who else? Is that just looks good? They're all offering you help to do this. And I don't know how any of us, unless you have a background or you're married to somebody who does physical exercise and knows what they're doing, I don't know how anybody can do this and do a physical program, an exercise program, and not have these guys help you. And they're good. They'll help you. I mean, I dare say, because if Giselle ever heard it, you know, then she would just kill me even more. But it's somewhat borderline considering possibly being fun. I mean, I don't want to say that too much out loud. But it actually is. But these people really help. I mean, they honest to God, they do, because they know what they're doing. And a lot of times you hurt yourself because you don't know what you're doing. You're putting your knee over your foot. It's just a little thing like that. God, I couldn't even move this one leg for like 3 days. I mean, the office was going, oh, you know, she can't catch us now. But I mean, because I was extending my knee well over my foot. We're not supposed to do that. That's a bad thing. It's these little things that make a great big difference, but make a difference in your life and how you do stuff. But take advantage of them. They're willing to help you. I don't know. All those things are to help.
I live far away, so to get into town is big, like an hour, so actually I can't come very often. So if I wanted to learn Zumba, I'm off the internet. Is there a website where I can learn?
Oh, you act like I know something.
There are a bunch of sites out there. My wife's an instructor, so there are a bunch of sites out there that you can actually go to. And believe it or not, YouTube would be one of your better ones to look for because YouTube has a lot of those dances on there.
I would strongly urge you to come to a Zumba class,
Yeah.
like Giselle does them on Saturday, at 8:30, 9:30 to 10:30.
At our church.
9 o'clock,
That's
so
right.
somewhere around it. If you'll come to the Zumba-thon on March 31st, there's gonna be about 8 or 12 instructors there that do Zumba. They're all gonna have their flyers, and because Giselle's gonna start it, I'm gonna do my dance, then I'm leaving. And then there'll be the other 8 or whatever, how many instructors there are, they're gonna be up there. You can follow them, watch them, see what you think that you'd like to do, how they do their stuff, and then go to them and talk to them, because that's part of what we're trying to do here. They probably, because on my phone, I've got like 12 different Zumba dances from Giselle. And because that's what my first 2 weeks were learning those things. Well, it was easier for me to put on my phone than on my computer, because I can pop it up anywhere. It's easier than my computer. So, once you learn, but I strongly urge you to talk to somebody before you just do it on YouTube or you just do it from TV. I don't know, they've got those things where you can buy them for $200 or something. I don't know what they're like because, like I say, there's things that they teach you, like don't ever put your knee over your foot, so it's over. That's the beginning of a hurt. You're going to harm yourself, and then you're not going to be able to do it. There's things that they teach you to do to physically protect yourself, and I don't know if they do that on those video things and all. I really don't on Giselle's, because that's for really more advanced people that know what they're doing, and when she was like this, you know you're going this way, that kind of a thing. And probably with your wife.
Well,
too.
Giselle has a Zumba Gold class too, that she teaches.
Yes, that's for people like me. Oh.
Jan, you're talking about this Zumba-thon, and that information you can share, that you can send out an email with?
We have been. I'll do it again. It's March 31st. Please read our Facebook and our website, folks. We're telling you all this stuff all the time. I mean, the folks that have to put it up there, sick to tears are putting it up there, aren't you? See? And I've gone, put something else on there. Do it different. It's going to be at the Community Center of Venetian Gardens. It's at 8 o'clock till 10. We're going to start at 8 o'clock. It's $10 to come to get in the door. So you can either come and try it and see how you like it and listen to the music and do all the stuff that you do and learn how to do figure eights with your butt. Good luck, people. How to make your hands do this, which I still have not learned. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you're going to learn. But it's fun. It does give you energy. I mean, it is fun to do. You never heard that from me. Well, come. Anybody can come. It's open to anybody in the whole wide world. Okay, it's a fundraiser for the chamber, but it's also part of this program. okay? I'm leaving after my dance, not because I can't live the 2 hours anymore, because actually now I can. But I'm doing that because two people gave me a birthday present, and they're taking me to Tampa to the Big Cat Rescue, and I have to be there by 11, or 11:30. So I'm leaving there, racing to go do that because we couldn't change any of the dates. So that's why I'm leaving. But to get the $1,000 for the chamber was just to teach one dance, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, but come, it's going to be fun. At the very least, you can make fun of me. That's at the very least. And that's what I do for $10 an hour. And my board member sits there going, "Oh my God, Tim." But ask them those kind of questions, because believe me, I don't know nothing. They'll put stock in what I'm saying about. I'm not the right person.
Like Jan was saying, if you have an instructor teaching a class and basically they're just there to get a workout with you, that's not an instructor you want to be with.
Right.
Okay? Your instructor should be there giving you cues, walking around, making sure that you're doing things properly.
Correct.
Okay? The good instructors will do that. They'll walk around, they'll notice little things like Jan was saying about the knee getting over the feet. That's sort of thing. Your knees, if you do squats, you should never be able to cover up your toes. You should always be able to see your toes when you're doing a squat.
And never straighten your knees.
Right, never lock out a joint if you can help it. Your body's not meant to do that. You're not meant to lock your joints out and then come back from it. It puts a lot of strain, a lot of stress on your joints. The biggest thing is, like Brett was saying, the diversity, making sure you're changing things up. We surveyed our members not too long ago and threw out a question about their workouts. And someone said, "Oh, well, I did my workout program 4 years ago with a trainer, and I'm set, so I don't need your help. Thank you." No, that's the person that needs our help. Because what he did 4 years ago isn't going to carry on daily throughout the rest of his life. Everything changes. He's got to change, otherwise he's going to be doing the same thing. It's kind of like driving to work every day. If you can tell me 4 things that were out of the ordinary you saw on the way to work today, I would be very shocked. Because you get so zoned into driving that you're doing your thing, you're changing the radio, you're in the lane that you always ride, you do your own thing. That's just the routine that you're in. If that's how your exercise routine is, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to get the same readings on the scale, you're going to have the same heart rate on the same machines. Things are not going to change. Okay? Little things like changing up the order that you do things. If you normally do the treadmill first, do the bike first. If you normally lift weights first, do the cardio first. Kind of just switch things up a little bit. Add a little elevation to your treadmill, add a little bit more speed, take the speed off, do some intervals, different things that you can do. It doesn't have to be, oh yeah, definitely warm up and cool down. It's kind of like taking your car, starting the engine and going 100 miles an hour. Something's going to give. You need to get yourself up to that speed before you start doing your workout. That's what your warm-up's all about. And the cool down also helps you keep from getting sore.
Right.
And drinking lots of fluids also helps you get that lactic acid out of your muscles. This way you're not going to get sore. So if
Some
you
of
just
us have
stop,
a lot of lactic acid.
so if you just stop your workout and then decide, okay, I'm done with the treadmill. I've gone 20 minutes on the treadmill at 4.0, and I'm done. I just hit the stop button and I'm off I go. Guess what? Your body's still going. How many times do you get off and feel like you've been on a boat? You don't have your land legs yet. That's just how it is. Your body needs time to relax and cool down. So, any other questions for Brett?
Well, thank everybody for coming today. I hope that you can use some of the stuff that I have shared with you, and please utilize the trainers that you have available to you. We're here for you, and we wish you all the best of luck with your program.
Thank you.